This is episode 218. We're talking about free training from Run Into the Sky. Interesting, when I try to say run into the sky on my iPhone, it always says run into this guy. What? No, that's not what it is. All right, guys, we are live on YouTube, which is awesome. This is episode 218. We've been doing this is the fifth season of the podcast. We have changed this over to be part of the nonprofit, which is Run Into the Sky, not Run Into This Guy if you say it too fast on your Siri. And we are giving away free training for disabled veterans. We're also giving discounted training for heroes and people that are um, uh, on a low budget. We're going to help everybody out. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. So welcome, everybody. Hey, when I get stuttered up when we first start talking about this stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and say hello to everybody before we start going. First of all, let's talk with Kyle Neel. Kyle, what's up, buddy? He is the Director of Operations over at Run to the Sky. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, man.
Yes, sir. I'm doing good, man. How about you?
Doing good. So you got a bunch of really cool things that are going to be incorporated into our free stuff that we're giving to our disabled veterans. So what are they?
So what we're giving away for our disabled veterans is we're helping them out with the helmets. We're helping out with the comms, the Bluetooth comms. We're helping out with a whole bunch of other things like a bag, a logo on it. We're doing so much more stuff to be able to help these disabled veterans. So when anybody who comes in and actually buys the little bundle kit for $2.99 that we have, that actually allows us to buy other more equipment for disabled veterans. That way they don't have to come in and pay anything. And in this picture, it's not a very good one, unfortunately. I just got home and started working on it, but this is the helmet that we are selling. It does it's got two different shades. It's got an outside visor that is tinted, and it's got a sunglass visor on the inside that is clear. I don't have the Bluetooth comms on me at the moment to be able to show that, but we will be able to have that very soon. Unfortunately, I just right now don't have one on hand, but it will be coming with it as well. So you'll get the comms, the helmet, you'll get a bag, and it's all for $2.99. It's a really good bundle. It's actually the same equipment I actually use for my paramotors.
Absolutely. And then our training packets go in these really nice leather things for our disabled vets. So they have a place to put all their pens, pencils, and all their training um, schoolwork,
Apparatus.
as we could say, schoolwork, right? Very good. So thank you very much. Kyle is our Director of Operations over at Run to the Sky. It's a nonprofit. It is a 501c3. Anything that is donated is tax deductible, which is really awesome. We got Scuba Steve, man. What's up, Scuba Steve? And you do a podcast on Fridays talking about paramotors and vaping.
Yes, sir. Every Friday, 8 to 10. I know we can't drill Will about bad apples because he's going to say you got to wait for tomorrow. So that's fine.
How did you know that, man? That's
We know
exactly right.
you.
We
We
know,
know you.
we already know. It's like, let's ask Will a question about bad apples. No, that's for tomorrow. All right, fine. But I have a flying coming up in 2 days on the eastern shore of Virginia called Spring Wing. A lot of my buddies are going. Some people from out of town come in every time, and we have a good time. It's not going to be no big event like Bad Apples, but I'll feel a lot better about flying with less people in the air than Bad Apples. Bad Apples is mainly, I think, a social gathering more than a flying event. Be honest with you, just because especially if you're a newer pilot, I don't think you want to get up there with like 60, 70 pilots in the air. There's no traffic lights up there, so you can run into somebody really easy.
No traffic lights, but they got a lot of roundabouts.
Well, I can just say there was a lot of carnage this year on the ground. No one really got hurt too bad. No one got injured to where they had to leave, as far as I know. But you just got to have your head on a swivel.
Definitely.
And it's more like 347
Yeah.
347 people. That's it.
registered pilots. That doesn't include the family and all the people and their support and all that.
Wow. That is a lot of traffic. Well, thank you, Scuba Steve. We appreciate it. And how do we find your podcast on Fridays?
You can go to paramotoroutlaw.com or just look up Scuba Vapes on YouTube. Either one will take you right to my YouTube channel. I got a paramotor playlist of all those videos, and then my live shows, we talk about vaping and paramotors because I just always run my mouth about paramotors.
I think everybody does. That's just what paramotor pilots do.
Yeah.
We also got Will Fly from willflyppg.com. He is also the treasurer of Run Into the Sky. Like I said, Run Into the Sky is a nonprofit 501c3, which is how we are able to get these disabled veterans through absolutely free. Glad that you're here, Will. What's up?
Yeah, pretty much. It's already been said. We went to Bad Apples and we really had a good time. And Scuba, you're exactly right. It's a social event. I did get a quick one flight. I only flew once, and I was there for like the whole week, and more than happy with that. So, yeah, I'm even thinking of putting a video out on it. So we'll see. Gotta play it by ear.
And we also are going to be giving away some stuff. So make sure you at Will Fly in the super chat. Let them know that you are here. We're going to be doing that here shortly. We also got Kevin Houston. What's up, Kevin Houston, the president of Run Into the Sky, man? What's up, Mr. President? Dun, 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 dun.
How's everybody doing?
Right.
Good. How long you got
Good.
for that retirement thing? I know it's getting closer.
10 days.
10 days. Wow. Okay.
Yep, 10 days and I'll be retired. So as a matter of fact, I was late for work this morning, about 30 minutes. It was an
Are they going
accident.
to fire you?
Yeah,
I didn't do it on purpose.
You could get
You know,
fired.
that 10-day window, man, they could just cut you off and lose it all,
Yeah, I know it. I know it. But I'm doing good. Ready to get back to Arkansas. I spent the weekend there helping Sean and Kyle out, and had several students there training. It was a good time. I didn't fly, but had a couple guys that flew, and it was pretty weather to fly. So
it was definitely butter smooth. And the thing is, too, Kevin goes over there and he finds it a lot of social. I mean, it's social for him too. He loves to go over there and just hang out. He could go fly anytime he wants to, but he really enjoyed, being on the ground, videoing and doing stuff. So hopefully after his retirement, he'll come down and that's all he'll be doing. Drink his cup of coffee, go out and fly, and I'll never see him again.
yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he just wasn't feeling it. I know if I get somewhere and I'm just not feeling it, I just won't fly. It's better just to stay on the ground. If you're not mentally and physically ready, then you shouldn't be flying.
Yep.
So
I'm safe checklist.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a lot of it. So wasn't feeling it. So
okay. Well, hey, that's perfectly fine.
Makes for a very good pilot when you can go out someplace and say, you know what, just don't feel it. I'm going to stay on the ground. That makes for a really good pilot. So we know that Kevin is going to be flying for a very, very, very long time. That's a good pilot there. So Kevin, glad that you're here, buddy.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Michael, man, from semperflyppg.com. What's up? It's been way too long since you've been on the show, bud.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So I had a good time. Just been doing a lot of schoolwork and trying to get ready for my private pilot's oral exam and hopefully progress on to becoming a pilot. And so I've just been busy. My last final is this Tuesday. So I'm going to be studying tonight and tomorrow morning. So yeah, I really haven't been doing much flying other than recently in the last couple months since the eclipse, I did a flight. And so I feel like I haven't done much to the paramotor world to really come back and contribute. Plus I've been busy with studying. So just glad to be here. Got to wanted to come on because recently I've been to Bad Apples and got to meet Will in person and Josh Marsh in person. Lots of other pilots I met and hung out with, and it was a great time. Had a great time up there.
Absolutely. In case you guys don't know, Josh Marsh is our secretary of Run Into the Sky. So it was really cool that you were able to hang out with him.
Yep. It was awesome meeting him. And I only saw him for a day and then he left. So I was like, oh man, well, hate to see you go, but nice meeting you, buddy.
Yeah, it was good meeting you there, Michael.
Same to you, Will. It was awesome. Your van was cool. Definitely want to take some pointers and tips whenever I decide to go that route. Still don't debating on a camper van or a pull behind camper that my truck can pull. So we'll see.
Yeah. Ask away. I'll help.
Yeah, if we didn't have Kevin and Kyle coming over and a bunch of students, we probably would have went over to Bad Apples. But it's one of those things. I really wanted to go to Bad Apples, but the stars did not align. Darn it! But hopefully next time. We also got Jim from Canada. Man, he looks like Fonzie, so he really is a. Hopefully it doesn't smell like maple syrup like your money. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
I'm doing pretty good. And yourself? I'm glad everybody is enjoying themselves and had fun at Bad Apples. I am sad I didn't get to go there.
Yeah.
But I get to go to the Butt Fan Dust Off this weekend, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Is that one in Canada?
Yeah, it's in Alberta.
Awesome.
My guy Alberta is putting it on.
Oh, that's
If I
cool.
ever get to come to Canada, I know I'd have to go through like some training or something. So I'll have to definitely look into that before I do, so I can come meet up with you if I can get my passport.
Oh, you've got a pilot. You're getting you
Yeah.
have a pilot's license, I thought.
Yeah, if you got a pilot's license, you should be able to.
Oh, okay, yeah. Working on it. Still not there yet. Just student
No.
still.
Once you have that, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
Hey, that brings up a question before we get to Linda. We got one student that is a commercial pilot, and he asked me a question that I did not know. So maybe someone out there knows this answer, but I'm going to continue to look into this and try to find out. If you have your commercial license, or if you have your private pilot's license, can you fly PPG tandem, or do you still need to have an exemption under FAR 103? I
Well,
believe you have to have your exemption under FAR 103 to fly a paramotor with somebody else. However, if he gets himself a PPC, a powered parachute that's N numbered with that pilot's license, they're two-seaters, and you should be able to do that. I believe that's correct. If I'm incorrect, what do you got? I mean, let me know.
I would say that might be right, only for like a PPC, but then with paramotor, and I think you would still have to fall under the FAR 103, the tandem exemption, to my understanding. So he'd be able to do tandem flights in his PPC as long as he's PPC qualified, because there is an actual process for that.
yeah,
but
there you
Will
go.
would know probably more.
If you're flying under Part 61, then you're flying under Part 61 and subject to those rules. If you're flying under 103, then you're flying under 103 and subject to those rules. They're two separate things. And so I wouldn't be able to fly a paramotor under Part 61 unless it was a registered aircraft.
And then it wouldn't be under 103.
Then it wouldn't be under Part 103. I'd have to follow 61.
But Will, you would be able to fly a powered parachute if you had been signed off on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, but you would have to get signed off first.
I don't believe so.
No?
No, I don't believe so. Unless it's because that wouldn't be. I can't say that definitively. But it would be like I could fly a Cessna 152 and then turn around and fly a Piper Cub. There's a different type, but it's not a type that would require a rating. I don't think, but I could be wrong on that. So
I think you're right. As long as a single engine land, I don't think there's a difference. As long as you got at least in the ground. I know they have like after you become a private pilot, you do you want to rent at a new airport that you've never been to. They kind of have you do an hour of ground and an hour of flight time to get you familiar with the thing, that airplane and its systems. And then once you do that, then you can legally check it out. So
Yeah, I don't know many pilots that would just do it without any training.
yeah. You said, could you? That's one thing. Would I? No.
yeah, you could. Wouldn't be following the law.
And I think that the signing off things, if you get like a sports pilot license, then I think you'd have to be doing the sports pilot license and get signed off for the PPC, I believe. But haven't been really into that field of the PPC, but I'm going to be trying to and getting the sports pilot license and try to go that way. It'd be pretty interesting.
So Kramer,
All the rules and regs you need to know are in this. I can't get it in this book, and I tabbed mine out. Can't get it to show up. It just makes me disappear when I do it. But like Part 61, Part 91, FAR 103 is in here. Ultralight, sports pilot, everything that you need to know about the United States rules and is all in here. And I've tabbed mine out because it just makes it a little easier being a new student trying to locate stuff. Some other people like run against it because they want you to fumble through the pages and figure out. I mean,
So that's
just
the
depends.
that's the FAR aim, right, Michael? So what does the
Yes,
FAR
sir.
aim stand for?
Federal aviation
We don't know.
regulations. Federal aviation regulations and airmen. Oh, you got me. Airman information manual.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So
I
Claire,
love,
I
I
did
love
it.
all these. I love all these tests that we're giving everybody.
Oh yeah, Will was asking about my training and how it's going. It's going good. Just gotta keep pushing through it, and it might be longer than I expected. And I might actually have to go retake my written. I found out just because
no.
it's just because well, a few reasons, but mainly because by the time I might be able to get a designated pilot examiner to do my stage or my check ride, it's probably they've been pushed out about 2 months. So if I say I get done in August, I got September and October, and you got to have that flight within 90 days or 60 days of your check ride. So it's going to be pushing it pretty close, which is fine. I know there's some new regulations in the private pilot since I've taken it. So I'm just gonna have to study up on that, get some of the new stuff down. And I mean, with me being in the classes and going to training at downtown St. Louis Airport, it shouldn't be an issue. Should be able to pass it, even maybe better score than I did the first time.
Well, that'd be really awesome that you'll be able to fly paramotors and airplanes. That's really awesome. We got Linda Anderson. Let's go ahead and say hi to Linda real quick. You got your pom-poms, right? Yeah, there's the pom-poms. Linda, thank
I
you
love
so much
Mondays.
for joining
Hello,
us.
panel. Hello, visitors.
She's also the official
Yes.
PR girl for Run Into the Sky and for ClearPop TV.
Yes.
And she just had a birthday for the people that don't know.
Yep.
Yes,
Thank
happy
you.
birthday if I didn't
Yeah.
say it already.
Happy 29th.
birthday.
Yeah.
29. Dude. I thought it was 27 for women. They're all 27.
I was just overwhelmed by all the birthday wishes on Facebook. And I want to thank you to the bottom of my heart, everybody. Seriously, that was just like, oh my gosh. And I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I hope you had a good day yesterday and all that. My weekend was really nice. I'm very blessed and all that stuff. And I'm just happy to be here. It's Monday. I missed you all last week, and I'm glad everybody's back and you guys all got back safely from your fly-ins and everything. And I just want to say hi to my chatters. Welcome, welcome. If you got any questions, put them in the chat, and we'll take care of you, answer all your questions or whatever you want to talk about. Just let us know. It'll just be a fun night. Open topic, just talk. That's it.
Well, we are talking about free training for our disabled veterans through Run Into the Sky tonight.
Yes.
So one of the things that I would like to do is share my screen here in just a moment. But who would like to talk about Run to the Sky and what we do as I try to load this up?
What peach is Mike on? I'm just wondering. Is that like your third peach? Oh, it's your second one? Okay, I'm just wondering.
Dude, you got a problem.
He's got 25 pounds of peaches to eat.
Oh, that's good fiber.
It's my second one on screen, probably my fourth one today.
There you go.
Nice.
So
And I'm gonna go. It's really juicy and yeah, it's real juicy and squirts everywhere. So I'm gonna
Hey.
mute myself.
Georgia peaches. Can't beat it.
Oh, I love them. Can't get this at Walmart.
No,
I
peaches
used to
are
love
my
getting them.
absolute favorite too. I love peaches. They are amazing. If
Especially-
you want to, you can always go to the link down below into the description and share that link with anybody that is a disabled veteran and would like to learn how to run to the sky. We also have the wheel, so you can roll into the sky too. So on this page, you basically will go step by step on how to do this, right? So if you're a disabled veteran, you just need to make sure that you know that you need a copy of your DD-214, a letter from the VA stating that you have a disability rating and an honorable discharge. We are unable to accept anybody with a dishonorable discharge, registered sex offender, or people that have felonies. So what you do is you fill out a packet that calls PDF packets thing to sign. We'll click that in just a moment. After you do that, you do a video interview on Zoom. So all you have to do is click the Zoom if you don't have a Zoom account, and you can do that. The meeting ID and passcode will automatically record as you log on. And just remember too, when you're doing this, you'll be the only one there. No one else will be there. So your video and audio must be on. Tell us your first name and last name and your cell number. So for example, my name is Symons and my number is 501-747-3558. I'm going to read this out and then I'm going to answer the question. So what motivated you to pursue paramotor flying with Run to the Sky? I am a disabled vet. I don't believe that with my disabilities, I'm able to get a private pilot's license, and I want to learn to fly. Then you just keep on going through all the questions, not too many. There's just, I think, 10 of them, right? And then if there's anything else that you want to talk about at the very end, you can talk about it. So let's go ahead and go and download our PDF packet so you can see what this looks like. So in this packet, it's going to have your Run into the Sky application. And you just put your information in. Pretty easy peasy. And then this is more information about the Disabled Veteran Program. And all you have to do is go onto that Zoom link and do a nice little interview, a video interview. Then you have a disability assessment. Tell us about your disabilities, information about the branch of service that you were in, just some small things. We got a student commitment letter saying that you're going to follow instructions. We're going to be super duper safe. And that you will go through the program and at least get your PPG 1 and 2. And we want you to. We want you to go through the entire program. We want you to be a really good one, a really good pilot. Emergency medical information, contact information, equipment rental use, personal safety equipment. The only thing that we really need you guys to get is clothing with no loose parts and boots that will support without hooks or parts that can catch lines. We do have kind of harnesses, helmets, and gloves. We do ask that you get your own sunscreen, sunglasses, and phone, and some more information about other things that you can bring, but we do have a bunch of stuff. This whole pack is for everybody that wants to learn to fly. So if you're a non-disabled veteran, a hero, police, whatever, you can also be part of this. Here's our release waiver from the USPPA, a landowner waiver. When you do your airspace, because we also have a study guide that has everything that you need. And we're also working on videos that will help you continue to study online before you even get to school. So once you get to school, it's going to be mostly hands-on. You don't have to actually do schoolwork. You can do it in the comfort of your own home. Also, too, if you, when you do come here, if you're not a disabled vet, we also have different programs, very inexpensive, that you can sign up for. And we're going to talk about all that fun stuff here in just a moment. So I'm very happy that everyone's has joined us today. And Kyle, tell us a little bit about Run to the Sky, what we're doing over there, you know, just a little bit, about a minute, and what you're doing to help our disabled vets.
Oh, wow. Thanks for putting me on the spot.
Well, you're the director of operations, man.
Yeah. You know, like you said, we're helping out with disabled vets and people that are non-disabled vets. I'm not. I'm actually still continuing my training at the school. So we always try to help everybody out as far as disabilities or anything of assistance that they need to start flying. So one thing that I do at the school is I try to get equipment at a lowest price possible so we can actually make it affordable for others to be able to pay for it. We also take the payments that we get from people buying the bundles. We also take that to buy more equipment and supply them for our disabled veterans so that they don't have to pay nothing, which is something I'm really ecstatic about, actually. Another thing that I've been doing over there is I'm starting to help build the bathroom, actually, the shower section. We started working on that. We're hoping we all get that finished, hopefully really, really, really soon. That's actually the next thing I'm going to try to work on next time I'm down there, which I go there every Saturday. So if anybody's around there and wants to come out to the school and just check things out or just come say hi, come on over. You're more than welcome. We'll show you the school and everything. We'll just talk.
It is. It's really an awesome place to go. For people that are not disabled veterans, we do have regular training. Training is $3,500. However, right now, we are running a special that we're giving $1,000 off. So right now, training is only $2,500, and that's everything that's being trained. That's getting your PPG 1 and 2. If you want to come back to get your PPG 3, you're more than welcome to. We never charge more for extra. You want to do a trike transition, don't worry, that's also free. So there's our free stuff for our disabled vets. Non-disabled veterans and active duty, it's only $1,700, but you get that free helmet, books, DVDs, everything. It's very easy to sign up and learn to fly. If you want to know more about airspace, you can always go to www.learnairspace.org. We're actually working on a really good airspace website, but right now it's pretty easy. You download the airspace PDF and it has all of the information that you need to learn airspace, including some quizzes. If you want to go to Foot Flyer, they have a really good airspace and 103 that you can get. It's only $35, and we supply this to our students. This guy right here has a wonderful YouTube, and he did a great video on how to understand airspace if you don't want to get, or you have not got the Foot Flyer airspace and off our ultralights. Really awesome. Then all you have to do is click here for the test on the USPPA website, and you can actually do your test for free on the USPPA website. So if you don't know your airspace, it'd be very who of you to check out airspace and know it. Everybody okay here on the panel with airspace? Anybody need help with airspace? Go to learnairspace.org, and we are eventually going to have a really good online course that goes over in depth what we need for learning airspace. Very, very important. I believe that children are the future. No, I believe that it is really important to know your FAR 103s, your rules and regulations, so important. Your airspace is so important to know, because if you fly in the wrong spot, that could be very, very, very bad for you. And we don't want that. Because anybody can fly. You can go get a paramotor and learn to fly off of Amazon, right? I don't recommend it. Does anybody recommend just learning how to fly yourself from a paramotor they find on Amazon
No.
or
no.
eBay?
No,
I don't
no.
either.
And if you want to see some experience that at like fly-ins, you'll see like especially Bad Apples, there was definitely some untrained pilots out there that were having some incidences, I'd say.
Yeah, we definitely don't need any of that. So I'm going to try to make non-flying videos, things that we need to know, like airspace, apps, micro meteorology, learning your winds aloft, learning everything that you need to do, how to double check clipping in, how to inspect wings in your paramotors, how to maintenance your stuff, but not flying stuff, but things that anybody can go to. I mean, we're not going to have you pay for it. We want you to learn. And the more places that are out there that you're able to learn, especially for free, I think is very important. Safety to me is very, very important. Kevin, our president of Run to the Sky, what do you think, and you're on mute, by the way, what do you think about, oh, you got something going on in the background?
Yeah, ask me in a minute.
All right, we'll ask you in a minute. So how about Will Fly? We'll go to Will Fly real quick. Will Fly, as far as learning a paramotor, because you were in aviation for a long time, and how difficult is it to learn to fly if you're just trying to learn to fly off of like YouTube? Is it kind of difficult?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely it is, because I mean it's not so much the theory behind it. Paramotoring and paragliding is more about feel than anything else. Even with the flare and the launch and the becoming one with the wing and the inputs required. So yeah, it's a completely different animal.
So, and you were, or are, I don't know, are you still instructor for airplanes?
I am still an instructor, but I'm retired.
Okay, so you've done this before. You've taught people how to fly airplanes, and then you moved over to paramotors, and nothing really switches over from flying 91 to paramotors, does it, other than airspace?
Oh, I mean, yeah, airspace and kind of working your way through the 2 pages they call Part 103. It's
Yeah.
not real difficult. Um, yeah, I mean, when I learned, when I went to learn, I was just like any other new pilot, paramotor pilot, trying to learn the wing and how to kite it and how to control it and what input is too much. I mean, that's back to the feel, and you can't teach a feeling. You can try, but you can't. So it's just about practicing and listening to your instructor and give you some feedback and some suggestions. But no, it's if you think you're a pilot and you're going to just jump in a seat and run into the sky. I mean, yeah, you could do it, but that's the real expensive way to do it, both health wise and broken equipment. You're much better off spending a little bit in the beginning and get good quality training. Uh,
Yeah,
yes.
unfortunately, there's nothing that you've ever done to understand this pendulum that you have above your head. Your muscle memory for as long as you've been on Earth is going to hinder you to understand this pendulum above your head. Think about this. If you have something over here on a rope and you want to bring it towards you, you pull it. However, if the wing tips down this way and you pull it, it's going to slam itself into the ground where you actually have to get underneath of it. So you have to actually go towards it to bring the wing back up. It's totally counterintuitive of being a ground walker to being a skywalker. It's a total different thing. As far as Jim has learned in Canada, it's a lot different than over here in America, right? So in America, anybody can start a school, anybody can teach you how to learn to fly without any credentials. So that's how I started actually, is I started training without anything from the USPPA or ASC, and I started teaching people how to fly. And after a while, it's like, you know what? I need to get some street cred. And that's why I went down to Lone Star and I got my instructor's rating. So I have more street cred. And, there's no rules or regulations in America that says that what I did before was illegal. Anybody can start a school, anybody can teach you how to fly. However, if you don't have something from an organization like the USPPA or ASC, you're just a guy that's teaching some. Doesn't Kyle Kylo's USPPA certified, right? But he doesn't give out ratings, I think. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think he's certified, but I know for a fact that he doesn't give out ratings. Correct.
Okay. And there's a lot of people out there that are big. They've been in the paramotor arena for a very long time. Some of them even give out free training. And I don't believe that they have USPPA ratings. Actually, they kind of denounce it, some big instructors. So when you check to see who you want to train you, number one, you got to figure out, is that pilot a good pilot? Is he a good teacher? Does he have any ratings? And if he doesn't, how good of a teacher is he? Because think about this, if you want to be a good bodybuilder and you go to someone that looks the part, that's been doing it, but they have no bachelor degree in exercise science, and then you have somebody that has a bachelor degree in exercise science and they're fluffy, you probably would want to go to one that looks the part that you want to go to. So there are people that are really good pilots that are training but don't have the certs. And there are some that have the certs that are really not that good at pilots. So we started the nonprofit because we want to encompass the original school, Run Into the Sky. So the nonprofit Run to the Sky owns and operates Paramotor Arkansas. Nobody in the organization, Paramotor Arkansas, or Run to the Sky is pulling a salary. This is all donated time. Me, I am donating my time. How do I get money? I got some money coming in from the Marine Corps. I got some money coming in from other things. And I also go out and DoorDash if I need some extra money. So I'm not pulling out anything from the nonprofit. This is all donations. And everybody here that is part of the Run to the Sky is doing it out of the goodness of their own heart too. All donations. So definitely thank you, Will, for everything you do in the background. Kevin Houston, Josh Marsh, Kyle Neel, Linda Anderson. Everybody's doing everything behind the scenes for free. And we are trying to help disabled vets. So if you know somebody that wants to learn to fly, we are teaching people how to fly. Our school is a USPPA certified school. And you can go over to runtosky.com, and there's information right below about how to get disabled vets free tuition. It's just really, really super simple. What do you guys think? Is that a pretty super simple way to actually learn to fly? If you are a disabled veteran, just go to this link. Make sure you got a copy of your DD-214, a letter from the VA showing your disability rating and an honorable discharge. Click the packet right here. Make sure you print it out and fill this out. And then do a video call. All you have to do is click this link or put this meeting information into your Zoom account that you can get absolutely for free. Does anybody have any questions about how to actually sign up and how to get started into our free program?
I don't have a question, but I did want to make a statement.
Sure.
What's something that came to mind that as far as the certification is concerned, first of all, there are a lot of good instructors out there that aren't, USPPA, don't give ratings or whatever. But I kind of equate the USPPA as the equivalent of a Part 141 school. When you go to a well-structured school, it means it's got a well-structured, established syllabus. So not only do the student know what to expect and the order of which things take place, the instructor across, all of the instructors of Part 141 schools are going to cover the exact same stuff. So, and in the same order. So, and you can even download the syllabus off the USPPA. So you'll know what to expect before you even go to class. And I think, Sean, I'm not sure about this, but doesn't the student initial each thing that you go over? Or that's what we did at the 141 school. We had a big old fold out thing that we had to fill out each time.
Yeah, I'm glad that you asked. So right here is the step-by-step how to learn at Run to the Sky, Paramotor, Arkansas. So anybody that wants to come into the program, and they don't have to be disabled veterans. Disabled veterans are free always. That's what we do here at the nonprofit. To fund the nonprofit is getting other people to come through our training and buying gear, and all of that, all the proceeds, everything goes to the funding of this program, right? So if you have not done so already, you can find the training that you want to pay for. So clicking here, here's our information. It's regularly $3,500. We are now doing for $2,500, right? You can click this and pay for your training. Disabled veterans, go there. Non-disabled veterans and active duty, we knocked it down to $1,700, and you get a free helmet, books, and DVDs. I know you're thinking too, it's like, well, what are the cool things that you get with this? I mean, $2,500, $3,500 is very expensive. Well, here's the things to sign, which we just went over, fill out the application. And here is your official student training study guide. Let's check this out. So this is what you get, and anybody can download this too. So you have this information if you want. It tells you all about what we have in the school. It gives you lots of awesome training information. We don't want you to use this as a training guide to go fly. However, this is free for you to download, anybody, so you can actually learn more information that maybe you forgot, or maybe your school didn't teach, or didn't put it in a format that was easy to understand. So skipping all this stuff, because this entire packet has all the stuff that's in it that we talked about in just the things to sign. So if you download this entire packet, all of your release forms, all of the information is in here. You don't have to,
Syllabus in there?
everything is in here except for the syllabus. And
No.
the syllabus is right
I wanted
here.
to add.
So right
I
here,
wanted to add
so
something
number
to that.
one, so you got your number one, things to sign. Number two, you can view it. You don't need to print it, but you can. Thirdly, here is the official syllabus from the USPPA. So you click that and there you go. You can print it out if you want to. And if you're doing wheels, here's your wheel syllabus for your wheels, right? So we'll continue this real quick and I'll get to you in just a second, Michael. I'm sorry about that.
All good.
So here is questions and the answers are going to be at the school. However, we're going to be doing videos that go over all of this in videos with the answers and why the answers are the way they are. You know, we got your study guide, that this is your PPG-1 test study guide. So we go through everything on the study guide that could be on your PPG-1 test. So you should be really close to making 100%, if not 100%, on your USPPA 1 test when you do it online at the school. We also got the number 2 study guide that goes over questions that are probably going to be on your PPG-1, or I'm sorry, on your PPG-2 test. You got your wheeled, which is right here, your wheeled 1, your wheeled 2 study questions. Airspace for paramotors. This is a must-have, right? So we have the study guide, but you also bring in a laptop or a tablet to complete the test. We also have computers at the school if you don't have one. We go through this. We do the quizzes here on the PDF, and there's 6 of them while going through this, while we follow along on the actual class. This is a very long class, and by the time that you're done, you know your airspace like the back of your hand. Before we continue this, and it continues to go down to 140 pages. Here's the risk versus reward exam, because everybody's supposed to do the risk versus reward video from the USPPA. So I made up a test to make sure that you do it. And also too, there's more questions, more answers, lots of study information, a lot of packets here. The homework. So you go to school and there's actual homework. You have to read stuff in the US or in the PPG Bible. We got questions, we got answers, we got the paramotor checklist, which if you don't have this is very important. Everything that you need for your pre-flight, for your actual flight, for your launch, for your landing, for your post-flight. This is a very good guide. And this is one that you need to make sure that you learn and say out every time that you clip in. And this is what the students learn. And let me tell you, my students know this like the back of their hand, actually probably better than the back of their hand. We have basic terminology. You need to know this before coming to school. Very basic stuff like risers, airspeed, glider, pitch, roll, yaw, trimmers. Very, very basic stuff. But I tell you, it's hard to go through school if you don't know these basic, this basic information. We go through the FAR 103. We have a huge class for the FAR 103 to make sure you know it like the back of your hand. And we do a true false test. Also, yeah, see lots of true false. And it, like I said, it goes down to 140 some pages. We go through again all the different airspace, why it's here. So we have the little small ones, the demons, what to look for. So if you're able to, make sure that you go through, download that, get a copy of it. It's for free. We give it to everybody. Other schools that want to use it, by all means, please use everything that we got here. It's to help students. We are not competing against anybody, right? This is a combined thing across the whole United States for people that want to learn to fly. If I have information for pilots, I want to give that out for free. I want everybody to have this. If people see this packet and they're like, you know what, Sean, I think that you could add this, I'll add it. I want this to be a place that everybody can go to and learn. Michael, what'd you say? I'm sorry. Are you there, Michael?
Oh, so yeah, I'm there. So I had to unmute. My bad. So no, what I wanted to mention to you, you said earlier about the disabled veterans. I've just it kind of crossed my mind, and in my experience, and probably yours too. Being a disabled veteran, sometimes when you first get out, you're not quite sure where to go to get your DD 214 or your VA letter that you need for your school. And I was just going to say, you know, when I first got out, I wasn't in the right mindset or understanding. I had to get some help through the VA. And I've met veterans also that has just refused to go to the VA, even though they probably could qualify to get some help through them. I just wanted to say, you know, as myself and yourself, Sean, as veterans, if I know how to get my VA letter. Now I've been trying to get my DD 214. I have it on a thumb drive, and I lost that thumb drive. So I'm going and trying to go through the VA again to get that back because I can't find my thumb drive. But I was gonna say, if there's veterans out there who are afraid to go to the VA and don't want to use that, or don't use the VA.gov website very often, I could show them how to get the letter, or reach out to me or Sean. I'm sure that he could point you in the right direction. That's one thing I wanted to mention. And then going back to what Kyle said earlier in the show about trying to find the, you know, cheapest, most structured gear for the school. And I know a lot of the pilots that fly on the show and everywhere else know that if you go to fly-ins, not saying you have to go to them, but a lot of the fly-ins like EFD, I noticed they had some really good gear for some really good prices that had even less hours than my motor on it. And I was like, oh, wow, I just kind of wish I had the money to buy that gear. As well as Bad Apples this year. I saw lots of gear for sale there. So I just wanted to shoot that and put it into you guys' minds if you didn't know already, which I figured you did. Some of these fly-ins, people try to sell their gear or upgrade. So there was a lot of places definitely at Bad Apples. EFD, I've seen several for sale as well a couple years ago.
That's a question.
That's really good. Let me say this real quick. If you need gear, we have access to out of box and demo gear that we can take thousands of dollars off. That's basically brand new. Kevin just got himself a out of box demo motor, brand new motor, almost a brand new cage, brand new everything, for way less than you can find anything on Paramotor for sales that have like 50 or 100 hours on it. He got one brand new, almost out of the box. So if you guys want something, please contact us. We can get you wings, paramotors for ridiculously lower price, because remember, we don't have a huge overhead. Nobody is getting paid. We don't have to pay anybody right now. So we can really help everybody out, disabled veterans or anybody. Yes, Steve.
That's the whole thing. That's what I'm getting at, right? This whole run into the sky is about disabled veterans, right? And you know, their dream to go and fly. And that's the key that I'm getting at. They're disabled veterans. And this process that they have to go through may be difficult for some of the disabled veterans. Making a video, maybe they don't have a computer that has a camera and a microphone and answering 8,000 questions. It's not simple as clicking on a link and giving their name and phone number. I mean, maybe that's an option that they could do if they don't have that access. I'm just wondering if you're going to have some kind of option for a disabled person that maybe they can only use their feet, and that, you know, they're not going to be able to type and answer those questions like that unless they get some help.
That's very good. I'm glad that you mentioned that. This next month, we're getting a cell phone just for people that can text or call that don't have access to this, and we will be implementing that next month for sure. So you actually jumped the gun, Scuba, but I'm really glad that you did, because I forgot to mention that.
All right. Well, you know, it just needed to be said. I mean, they're disabled. Obviously, they may have mobility issues, and I just don't want to make it so hard that they can't go fulfill their dreams to learn to fly because they can't go fill out the form or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I did training with a paraplegic back when I did training in 2021, and I was impressed and amazed to see that she could use her arms. She just really couldn't use her feet. So they kind of made a trike specifically for her that way she could steer with her hands instead of her feet, because she just needed her feet to rest on something. And so I think that's a good school too. If you need someone that knows how to manufacture stuff or weld, I can't say I can donate a lot of my time but I'm sure there's some people around Sean that could know how to put some metal pipe together and fuse it with a welder if that was a thing they needed to do for a specific veteran. I'm sure you could reach out and I could help too, given the time.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we actually just got Mac. He is a 100% disabled Marine, and he is our director of engineering. So he actually he was on the show a couple of times ago, and he is designing some trikes right now for the school, along with Mark in AirSportsUSA down in Florida is helping us too with adaptive gear. We also have a welder, Scott. He's also part of our nonprofit, and he's a veteran, and he's helping us with the welding part. He can weld anything, and can't wait for him to get back over here to Arkansas. He's with his family up north right now. And when he gets down here, we're going to be putting together some. So one of the things that we do want to do is make our own carts and foot launch machines. So everything should be adaptive by the end of summer, crossing our fingers. And it's pretty cool what we can do. Basically, it's all about the funding too. The more funding we get, the more materials that we can get, the more our engineers can put these things together and our welders can weld.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we might be calling you, Michael.
Yeah, I can weld. I'm a little rusty. It's been a while. If you don't use it, you lose it. So, I can weld. Just got to give me some scrap to get back into the swing of things, and make sure your other welders who might do it more often than I do, make sure it's good and approved before I get on somebody's trike and decide to put one together. But I have absolute 100% confidence in myself. I welded for a good couple of years in high school, and then as well I welded for a trailer company for about a year and a half, 2 years too, and I enjoy it. So that's another thing. And I have all the gear I need to weld, so it's not like I got to buy gear or anything like that. I just don't have a welder. That was my stepping stone fail. I didn't get the welder. So
we got a small welder over at the school, so if you can stick weld,
Yeah. Yep. My daughter actually surprised me. She wanted to learn to weld, so did stick welding and brazing and she's learning MIG and TIG, I think, next semester possibly, or she already has. I haven't talked to her about the welding in a while. So
that's really cool. Yeah, so anybody that is around Arkansas that has some skills, we definitely are very happy to have you volunteer to help us out. We're going to be doing a lot more in the future. So we have this, our program for disabled vet is year round. However, non-disabled vet, our program for flying, our training program is only from March until September. The other 6 months that we're not during the wintertime, obviously, not a lot of people are going to go there. And it gives us time to find funding, build, and get materials for the next year's disabled vets. And when we do find some disabled vets that do need specialty gear, it gives us time to create that or make that specialty gear for the following year for our disabled vets. Like I said, our link is down below. And if you know a disabled vet, let them have the link. If they do not have a computer or they don't understand the directions on that page, then have them text me 501-747-3558. Just let them know that I'm available all the time for texting. Well, if I'm not available, I'll text you back as soon as I can. But yeah, text me anytime, 501-747-3558. Put me in your cell phone, and we will have another phone just for veterans in this next month.
Did you ever introduce Jim? Just wondering.
Yeah, with his cool jacket, his A, and
I don't remember it. Maybe it was.
Does the jacket smell like maple syrup smell of money?
Just didn't want him left out. That's all. He's been so quiet.
He's got the comb over going on and stuff, man. He's looking like Fonz.
I forgot to switch out my stuff throughout.
There you go.
Yeah, so
My hat's up there.
Now we got the Georgia Paramotor, and what's next? And John Wayne, official John Wayne hat. I try to go through and put on everybody's hats. I love to wear numerous hats, obviously, right?
Cool. They look very nice.
I got me a Will Fly sticker. I'll have to either stick it on my helmet or my truck. I haven't decided yet.
Ooh, you are special.
I got a Georgia Paramotor sticker at Georgia Paramotor at Bad Apples too. That's in my truck. I haven't decided where I'm gonna stick that yet, either the helmet or the truck.
That's awesome.
I got a few spots I left on my helmet, and I like sticking stuff on my helmet because I just got a new truck, so it's got to be a nice, pretty one if I want to stick on my truck.
Gosh, I don't even have a Will Fly sticker. Like, you know what I'm saying, Will? You know what I'm saying?
Will Fly sent me some stickers, and I've been looking through all my different boxes of stickers and things, and I cannot find my Will Fly stickers, but I know they're in one of the buckets someplace. Moving everything over and working on that nonprofit has, so we have 3 different places that we put things. One here in the office, one in our paramotor facility, and then one over at our school. We're also training at the airport that's right down the road. So we do a lot of the taxiing and ground school at the school, and then we go over to the airport for all of our flying. So it's been really super duper fun. Will Fly, I will fly. I will find those stickers and give them.
I think Munchkin took my Will Fly sticker.
And
you're on mute,
if you're
Will.
trying to talk, you're on mute, Will.
Dude, I wondered why everyone was talking over me. I've been talking for the last 30 minutes. Busy panel.
That's why you see me poking the phone. I'm trying to unmute myself.
So Jim, they're saying you're like the Fonz, but the Canadian Fonz would be like Fonzie? Or would it be Fonzie?
Fonzie?
How would you say?
Fonzie. Oh,
Jeremy's in the chat. Got a chance to meet him from the USPPA. What's up, Jeremy? And then also, yeah, like you were talking about Georgia Paramotor, Jacob and Jeffrey, his dad, I think. Yeah, got a t-shirt from those guys. Real nice fellas. They actually brought 3 what do you call them? They go on the water.
Jet skis?
Jet skis, yeah.
Yeah. Jet ski in the water.
Yeah, I know, right? I've never ridden one, but
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I meant to get one of the magnets from Georgia Paramotor. I never made it back over there to get one of them little magnets for your throttle. I was like, damn it.
John, you may have something already, but I was going to show you something I got from my phone that maybe other pilots may be interested also. I mean, this is the iPhone 15 Pro Max, but most cases, especially if you want to be able to tether them, there's no good way. You can stick stuff on the back or whatever, but they may rip off. So what I got is a little square that actually fits inside your phone case. And then this sticks out where your charging port is, and I can just tether my phone while I'm flying.
I've seen those. I just haven't been able to figure out where to get one. And
I can give you a link. Yeah, they're cheap. You get 2 in a pack, and yeah, this thing, I can hook a tether on here, and my phone's not going anywhere.
Because I've upgraded my phone since the iPhone 6, and so I got the silicone stretchy one that wraps around it. And the 13 Pro Max that I have now, it barely fits over it. And a couple times I've come into land and just falls out. It's like shit.
Yeah.
You know what? I've lost my phone when I tether them. When I don't tether my phone, I never lose them. So I don't put a tether on it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I used to not tether my phone for like the first year of flights. And so when I get it out, I'd be like real tiny, small movements and just be really careful and steady. And
I got a hardcore mount on my trike, but I'm scared it may fall off. So I think I'm going to put it on the mount and then tether it back to the trike. That way, if it does fall, it's still tethered.
Just make sure it don't go through the prop, though.
No, it'll be way too far. It'll be in front of my feet, actually. There's no way it's going to make it that far back.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot to ask, was there any questions in the super chat, Will?
Kramer, did we already address that? She has a pilot's license, but does not qualify me to fly tandem PPG. Is that, we already talked about that, didn't we?
I think, yeah, I think that we,
That's right. Because part 61, part 91 versus part 103. I think we did.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Guardian Service Dog says he bets that if he had an official invite, he could talk his wife into a trip to Paramotor, Arkansas. He'd love to come visit, but I think he's waiting for an official invite.
All right, here we go. Listen up, everybody. Listen. Shh. Guardian Service Dogs, you are officially invited to Run to the Skies, Paramotor, Arkansas, in BB, Arkansas, whenever you want to come here.
We are freaking movers and shakers. We made that happen in record freaking time.
Yeah.
Yay.
And then DP had a comment. He said, my friend at One Up Adventures trained paraplegic how to trike. They Velcroed his feet to the foot pegs. So where there's a will, there's a way, right? You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And DP, it's been a long time, buddy. I hope that you're doing well. You need to come over. I need to come over there, whatever. It's been a long time since we chatted, buddy.
You know
Yeah.
what? You know what, Sean? A little birdie told me that DP might be sharing some videos tomorrow night about something like flying, something about flying. I don't know. So you guys got to tune in tomorrow night.
Ooh.
Find out. Yeah.
Hey, should we do the thumbnail
Oh, yes.
We're
We
all
got a lot of
kinda
people here. We
chilling.
probably need to do a thumbnail.
while we're all chilling like a villains here?
Yeah. Let me close this thing out.
Hey.
And I can do the same thing too on this side. So I can do a thumbnail too. Ready when you guys are. 3.
1, 2, 3. All right.
All right. I did one too.
Mine's better.
What?
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 All right. Always good to do the thumbnails.
Cool.
So
Hey, Will.
anyways, guys, we have
Yes.
the let me actually grab the link. Let me put it in the super chat so you guys can send this out. I really would like for you guys to send it to anybody that, you know, is looking to train. They are disabled vets and they don't know how to start. You can always tell them to get up with me through that page. And or just text me at 501-747-3558. If you do have a computer and you're understanding how to do that, you're more than welcome to get everything started. And if not, I will help you get things started. So I'm so glad that we did this Run to the Sky. We use betterworld.org, and that helps us with getting. Let me see if I actually have that information up here real quick. No, I don't. So using Better World, actually, let me go here real quick so I can show you what I'm talking about. We had some people that were asking questions about Better World and us doing some campaigns to help out. And I wanted to show you guys what it looks like on our side, for example, and the reasons why things are the way they are. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Give me 1 second. So like Anthony Vella, right? So Anthony Vella, we over at Run to the Sky, we started this. The donation page, this is running through Better World. And what Better World does, it gives you the information right here that anybody that does credit card transactions, they charge credit card transactions, whether you do it here or whether you do it at Walmart. If you go to Walmart and buy anything, there's credit card transaction. If you go to GoFundMe, there's credit card transactions. What we're doing is we're putting it up front. If you want to help us with the credit card transactions, you can. If not, you can take off the credit card transactions and you don't have to worry about that. The difference is if you want to help us with the credit card transactions, you donate $100, then $100 would go to whatever project or disabled vet that you want it to go to. If you want to write a check, then you can write a check and send it to us. And everything that you donate to us, because we are a 501c3, like helping Anthony Vella, You donate $500. Well, you can write that $500 off at the end of the year through, GoFundMe. You don't get to write things off, you know. That's why we put that link out there to help to help Anthony Vella, because he is an Army veteran. So we're able to do something like that to help him out. Another thing is that Facebook, we also do Facebook through our donations. So you can actually start a funding page through Facebook. And I can bring that up real quick to show you how that works. If you go to Facebook and you want to start a fund, raise money, let me see if that works right here. Make sure I'm doing it before I share it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to close this out and I'm going to go to share my screen.
Hey, Sean.
Yes.
I'll give a shout out to DP. He did a donation for $10, sir. Said, been missing y'all. Glad to be amongst the living again.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. DP, you are awesome, my friend. Thank you so much. If you go to Facebook and you want to, like you're going to do a post, the three little dots here, you can do that. It shows you all the things that you can do, right? So you click raise money. And I try to raise money for Resurgence, but also all you have to do is type in Run to the Sky and boom, we come up because we are official 501c3 charity. If you click that, you can actually start making money or help us with a fund through Run into the Sky on your Facebook. Facebook does not take out transaction fees, so they are really awesome. I think they're the only people or the only organizations that we have found so far that don't take out any transaction fees. You donate $100, $100 comes to us. Oh, actually, there is more, and I don't have who they are. Darn it! There are more. So if you want to donate to Run into the Sky, to Resurgence PPG, to Project Airtime, to Aurora PPG, those are really great nonprofits that help our paramotor community. Also, too, like I said, anytime that you donate, you can say, "Hey, I want this amount of money to go to this project." Right. So, for example, we got a really nice donation that said, "Hey, here is some money, but I want $2,500 to go to Anthony Vella's funding." So he's able to fund the nonprofit. He's able to say, "Hey, I want this to go to here, this to go over to this particular project and this particular project." So all the different projects that we have going on, like designing and getting disabled veterans gear. We have training, right? We have get the helmets. So we have all these different programs that we are doing. You can allocate them if you want to, or you can just send us a donation and we will fund the projects that we're currently working on. So this wonderful person donated this money to us, and they are also able to write this off as a tax deduction. And we're actually helping to fund Anthony Vella's mishap that he had. So
Yeah, hey, GoFundMe, don't they take a big chunk?
they do in the background. Yes, they do. And it's not tax deductible.
Okay.
But I did see that they, at the last I looked at Anthony Vella's thing, they had $32,000. And I know that GoFundMe does take out 2.9% plus a transaction fee, I believe. So about 3%. So out of the $32,000 they raised for him,
Wish my lawyers did that.
they $1,000 went to GoFundMe, and all those wonderful people that did help Anthony Vella. I don't believe that they got any tax deductions. So in the future, if you guys need something for disabled vets or something like this that's happening, we can start the GoFundMe project through our nonprofit. And that way, any donations is tax deductible for you, and you can allocate that donation to whatever project that we're doing. And it really does help a lot since we are a nonprofit 501c3. Any other questions?
Question
Yes.
real quick. I got on the Facebook like you were showing for define the run to the sky, and I hit the what is it here? Scroll down, it says, and you hit raise money, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I hit that, and then I see Resurgence Allen's, but I don't see the run into the sky on the list here.
Right. So just type in run into the sky and our nonprofit will come up
Let's see. Okay,
in
I have to type it in.
it says search when it says search
Yeah.
for
On the top, right? Yeah.
actually when you're trying to make the thing. Let me go ahead and go back real quick. So go
Yeah,
to
because I'm just seeing Run into the Sky Inc., Health and Human Services in Conway.
yeah, let me go ahead and come back over here real quick and open this up and
Yeah, I'm
then
not seeing it.
I'll do another screen share. So screen share, Facebook share. So when you go here, you click this, and then when you go to your little three buttons, you can do raise money,
Oh, yeah,
right? It's not
that's
going
what
to
I
be
have.
here. These are the last ones that I've donated to, right? So that's the last ones that I did.
Oh,
So I can so if you say search for a nonprofit, you can do Resurgence or whatever that will pop up, right? You can do
yeah, I have that at the
into
top
the
of the
sky,
page.
that will
Search for
pop out, right?
nonprofit.
There's a see who else see if Project Airtime. Yep, see Project Airtime is on there, right? So you can raise money for Project Airtime, you know.
Oh, okay.
And then you can post it, and now you got a post that will go to their Project Airtime and raise money. So now there's a Project Airtime. It talks about their Project Airtime, right? And then you can go to donate, and now you can do it. See where it says cover donation processing fee? It shows you here, so I can click that and cover the fee, right, if I wanted to. Just like everything else. I don't know when you do it over at like a GoFundMe, does it show a button that says, do you want to cover the transaction fees?
No, it just
No?
it takes it on the back end. You don't even see it.
Yeah, so you don't even know that, part of your money that you're donating is
Right.
being
Unless they change things,
Oh,
it's always been that way. Yeah.
yeah,
They
that's
just
what I think too.
Mhm.
So
Well, they tell you that they're taking it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in their privacy policy if you go through and read
It's
it.
right on the main page. They tell you
Is it on
their
the main page?
percentage of.
Okay. So anyway, that is what's going on over here at Run to the Sky. We were really going to try to do this in less than an hour. That didn't work. Well, let's go ahead and spin the spinning wheel and Linda, say hi to everybody. And let's go ahead and give away something for free from our wonderful sponsor over at Lone Star Paramotor with Ron. He's the one that gave me my ratings when I went down there and trained. So thank you very much, Ron, for sponsoring us, for helping us out, for helping me get my ratings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met
helping
Ron
us
Ron
get-
twice now.
What's that?
Oh, I said I met Ron twice. Once 2 years ago at EFD, and this year. And I asked if he remembered me because he put me in a simulator, and he told me, "Hey, foot drag that pond over there." I said, "Okay," and then he throws real water on my face to simulate the water spraying on you. I was like,
He
"He's
does
been
that
waiting
to
all day."
I love it.
Everybody, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he waited.
Before I
He
put the
waited all
wheel
day.
up,
Yeah.
just want you to see this. I don't know if I can get it to show
There it
up.
is.
Yeah.
I
got
see the Lone Star, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, this thing is like, I don't know. This is just a real comfortable shirt to wear. So this could be
Nice.
something that you could win.
Ron is a really good guy.
So
They
gel. I'm so
great
jealous.
school down there. Everyone that's working with Ron is just an amazing people.
He's
I
amazing.
can't wait to get back down there again because really, I not only enjoyed being down there, but I enjoyed all the people. I enjoyed Ron. I enjoyed the gang down there. Very, very wonderful people.
Woo, look at all everybody in the chat tonight. It's so
Got
exciting.
A lot of people. That's really awesome.
Will,
Let me
that
know.
shirt looks like that thing works under a black light. You could probably blind some folks with that shirt. That's
I
awesome.
think
Yeah,
it
it's really
glows in the
high
dark.
vis. Really
Yeah.
high vis. I like it.
Very cool. Let me know when you guys are ready.
It's all you.
Yep,
Go
go
for
ahead.
It is.
Drum
Woohoo!
roll.
Welcome, chatters. I'm so excited tonight. Have y'all here with us on Monday night, the only place to be. And I'm glad you all jumped on the spinny winnie wheel of winnie things. Thank you, Will, for doing this for us every Monday night. So now I'm going to say hello to all my chatters. We got Joseph Hudgens, Kyle Neel, Gary Symons, John Wayne Cowboy in the house, Tony Marzano, Mr. Vegas. What's up? Greg Laney, DP, love you, DP. We got Kramer, my lovely Kramer girlfriend. She's the best. We got Ryan, our rides in the house. What's up, Ryan? We miss you. 2 feet in a heartbeat. Tony Marzano. Oh, Tony Marzano has a twin. We got Kevin Houston, Daniel Savold. Just want to fly. What's up? Just want to fly. We got Scuba in the house. Michael Crotch. We got Jim Senior, Seabreeze, Greg Laney. Greg Laney has a twin too.
Does he?
Yeah. We got,
Yeah.
that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here tonight. We got Cliffy V, Bill H in the house. What's up, my buddy? We got Gary Symons, Ellen Houston. Oh, Gary Symons. Wow, we
We have
got a
another
lot of
Gary
Christy in the
Symons.
house tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Lovely Ellen Houston, Shane Planet Shane, Guardian Service Dogs, Jeremy, as in what? Jeremy Howe in the house? What's up? I'll see
Yeah,
you in
so-
a couple
so
weeks.
At the end, we have 3 people on the wheel.
Yeah. I know, right? Right.
Hey, so
Jeremy,
have I met
Jeremy.
Chris Lockley? Okay, I'm gonna add you, buddy.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna see Jeremy in a couple weeks at Torch.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
shout out to Chris
excited.
Lockley. He's the guy that's helped us out so much to get the school, our LZ, and all this, all this for the Run into the Sky to help disabled vets, to help, people
Thank
learn
you,
to fly. I
Chris.
mean, Chris, you are amazing. Thank you, buddy.
Yes, 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 yes.
So
All right.
I don't see anyone complaining, so we must have everybody.
Let's see. I'm looking through the list here real quick and I don't see any twinsies in here. So I think
Great.
we're
Shout out to
good.
Ryan Rides also. Ryan sent us a bunch of little screwdrivers that he 3D printed for carb tuning.
That's cool. Thank
We're
you,
able to
Ryan.
give those things out to our students, and everyone is so happy to get those. So thank you, Ryan, for helping us out on that too, buddy.
Yes, much appreciate.
Eat,
can't-
sleep, fly.
I can't see me, but I'm putting up the whole thing. Okay.
We ready to spin?
All right, let's go ahead and shuffle, 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 and spin when you're ready.
What am I gonna say tonight?
I'm gonna say Guardian Service Dog, since I gave him the official invite.
I'm gonna say
DP.
Jeremy. Who said DP?
Yeah, I said DP.
All right.
I'm gonna say real quick Chris.
Shane
Yeah, we
Planet
already
Shane.
said Chris Lockley, so I'm gonna just say Tony Marzano.
And Shane's Planet Shane and Jeremy.
I'm gonna say
DP.
DP because thank you so much for that donation, buddy. I definitely appreciate you. Been missing y'all. Glad to be amongst the living again. So definitely got to heart that one. I don't get
I'll
to.
say just want to fly.
I don't get
Oh,
to.
2 feet and heartbeat's looking pretty good.
I know Jim's looking good.
Yeah.
And
looks
it's
like
gonna
it's
be
Jim.
Jim from Canada, eh?
Oh, it's
Oh,
still
Jim with
moving.
the smelly money. What?
It's still moving. I
It's
don't
looking
know.
like he's
It's
happy.
Yeah, it's
close.
a nail biter.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that was so close.
Wow.
Don't fall off the chair.
Oh, sorry. We'll nix
Gonna
that.
hurt yourself.
Sorry, Jim. Had to do it again, man.
Oh,
Yeah, congratulations.
Oh, that's awesome. What did I get?
A calendar.
Your own calendar.
Yeah, there you
Free
go.
shipping.
Your own calendar. Make sure you send yourself your own calendar, Jim.
Oh,
Sounds
That's what
good.
he always wanted.
No,
Oh my
man, it's
God.
like Lone Star stuff.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
Lone Star has not only been our official sponsor, but like I said, they're the ones that help me get my official USPPA rating. So I am an official instructor, which means that our school is an official Run Into the Sky official school. So matter of fact, if you go to the USPPA, I don't know if you've done this before or not, but when you go to the USPPA.org, you can go to find a school. Actually, let me go ahead and go here because the USPPA is a very important place to go to. They have lots of amazing things. And I'm going to bring this up real quick, just so in case you have not seen, you will be able to check it out. You want to find a school, you click find a school. If you want to, let me move, yeah, move this out of the way. Move you guys out of the way. And so you go here and you can actually see all the people, and they are set up by ratings. So Aviator PPG has given out 133 ratings in the last 6 months. One Up Adventures is next. Midwest Powered Paragliding. Lone Star is right up here at the very top. So they are really, really up high, giving out 68 ratings so far. Paramotor Instructor, I haven't heard about that one. That's pretty cool. Epic Paramotor, Mad City Paragliding, Alas de Hombre. I didn't know about them, but you can click the website and actually check out their website to see who they are. You know,
Yeah,
so
I met paramotor instructor. I met paramotor instructor at Bad Apples, and he's the Nomad Flyer group. They have the
okay.
Nomad shirts, Nomad Flyer shirts. So
Oh, those cool shirts. Yeah.
yeah,
Meant to-
yeah, they were nice.
Okay, that's
I'm
cool.
trying to get one too, and I didn't.
Got the Wind Pirate. You can fly PPG, Carolina PPG. They've always gave out a lot of cool stuff over at Bad Apples. I like Carolina PPG. Florida Flight Sports, Colorado Paramotor, Mojo Flight School, Team Fly Halo. Love to be Team Fly Halo. They do amazing synchronous flying. Love them. They're really awesome. Boise Paramotors, Austin, Paramotor Orlando. They are actually wanting to be a what do we call? What do we decide to call the people that are helping us out? Not sister schools, but what? What do we say,
Affiliates.
Kevin?
Really?
What?
Don't.
What do we call them, Kevin?
I don't know.
What do we say? Remember we said we didn't. We're going to call them sister schools. We're going to call them paramotor partners. Partner schools.
Okay.
Yeah, partners. Right. So
I remember that now.
yeah, that's right. Partner. So Lone Star is a partner with us. Paramotor Orlando is a partner with us, and we are just right here, right below Texas Wild Riders, and right above Fly PPG LLC. Lift
There's the
Paramotor. Lift
Austin.
Paramotor, awesome. Yeah, very awesome people.
Oh, there's a Virginia in there. I'll be damned. I was going to say, I didn't see my state anywhere in there, but apparently there's a Paraflight.
Paraflight.
Yeah, I have a buddy who's a veteran. He's in South Carolina, and I've mentioned to him years ago about Carolina PPG, but I don't know how close that is to him, and I don't know if he's still wanting to get into it. But he's also a disabled veteran, I do believe. So
I
I've
have to
tried
see.
to
They're
mention.
probably over in Raleigh or something far away from where I'm at.
Yep. The premier, everybody knows this school. What is this school right here with the wings? Everybody knows this one, right? What is it?
Aviator.
Everybody knows Aviator. Aviator is an awesome school. One Up Adventures. Everybody loves One Up Adventures. One Up Adventures is an awesome place.
That would explain why the pilots keep increasing at Bad Apples each year. All these schools putting new pilots in the sky. It's awesome.
Amazing schools that are out here too. Really. Here's Lone Star, our official sponsors with Ron and the team. Amazing people. They do lots of tandems. Just amazing being out there. I love the USPPA. I would say go over to the USPPA website, look at all these different websites, go there and check them out. They are all wonderful people. But one of the cool things that the USPPA does have, in case you did not know, is that you can go to, let me move this up all the way so I can see resources. So resources, they have ground school. So ground school, they have the airspace. This is the airspace that you need to go to because they are absolutely amazing as far as learning airspace.
Yeah, I still have to
Right. So
Get-
learn airspace over at the USPPA. And then what's really cool too is they have more resources down here. You can get your training syllabus, written test. So you can actually go and do the written test for the PPG 1, the wheeled 1, PPG 2, wheeled 2, PPG 3, wheeled 3. So lots of really good stuff. Learn about the insurance, right? So is there insurance for PPG? Well, yes, there is. Check this out and learn about it. I mean, there's just so much to learn. Their resources are awesome. Member directory, got the incident database. So if there's any incident that you want to put in their database, you can. They got your news. So your event calendar, that is your fly-ins. So when you click that, here are all the upcoming fly-ins: Bad Apples, Swing Arm City, Torchport. Hey, look
Yeah,
at
I was
that
trying to go to
person.
Swing Arm City this year and meet up with Shondor, but I ended up, he
Hey,
was
I
cool
know
with me
her.
going
Who was
to
that sexy babe?
Yeah, see, my fly-in's not listed there. They used to have it where you could just post a fly-in. Now you got to be a member on the USPPA to be able to post a fly-in. So,
Oh, well, you can always
so-
ask. You can always ask somebody.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I
know
need
me.
to work. I've done my PPG2 test. I just still have yet to do the flying portion of it. I just haven't made my way over to an instructor that will. My instructor has told me, "Come on down whenever you're ready," and it's just like I'm just so busy lately, so I still have to get that done. But
That's cool. I got it on my phone. Just go down the list. Click, 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 click.
So check out the USPPA.org. Really, really awesome. All
Yeah,
the
it
schools
is.
that are on the USPPA. Also, the ASC is another one that's similar to the USPPA. There's lots of different ones that you can look at, but I think that the premier one to go to is the USPPA, I assume.
And they put out some really nice publications too.
Yes, they do. Their new stuff is
Cool.
really
yeah,
awesome.
and I got a real magazine this time. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I like the real magazine. I like the PDF version, but I like to have a physical copy.
Yeah, physical copy makes it.
Their physical copy is like a book. I mean, it's not like a magazine
pretty.
that you go, okay, that's neat, and then you throw it away. These you don't want to throw
No,
away. It's
oh no, I've kept it. Yeah,
yeah, it's like it's very weighted.
it's very shiny cover. I'd
Yeah,
say
it's
glossy.
you know what? It's more of a book than a magazine, I would say. Magazines you can throw away. Books you don't want to throw away. This is leaning more towards the book, and it only costs $35 a year. So check out the USPPA.org. If you're not a member, you might want to be. With the $35 a year, there's a lot of things that you get as far
Yeah,
as
and
member, and it helps.
If I had my wallet, I'd show you my little USPPA rating card they give you as well. Now it's nice hard back. Because when I first signed up for it, back when I first got trained, it was just a little physical paper copy. But it's upgraded since, and I like the sturdy card, like a credit card.
Yeah, it's sturdy. And it has a QR code on it now, so you can actually, say, "Hey, I'm a part of the USPPA." Somebody will pop it there. It'll go up to your thing. Is that what you're trying to do, Kevin?
It ain't working.
I know, right?
Yeah, it just goes invisible. I was trying to show off my.
Oh, it's part of it.
There you go.
Yeah, I think they doubled
there
down.
it is.
I ended up.
I see
I ended
it.
up they ended up sending me like 2 of them, but
I got 2 of them also.
yeah, they sent me double. So I was like,
I'm okay with
cool.
that. I keep
Yeah,
one
me
in my
too.
car and one in my wallet.
The same. I keep one in my console and one in my wallet.
Yeah, so that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did it on purpose, that was awesome. If they didn't,
Yeah.
thank you, because I'm using them both now.
Very cool. This was so fun tonight.
We
Gosh,
didn't make
Yeah, I'm
our
glad
I like all the energy and
power
everything going
cutoff,
on here.
Sean.
No, we never make our hour cutoff, but we are at 8:30, so I'm okay with that. We're not in our fourth hour, so and we're able to give out a lot of good information. I'm really hoping that this link and this video and our audio will be able to get out there a little bit more. And if somebody does know if a disabled vet that would be interested in learning to fly, and what is the reason why someone would want to learn to fly a paramotor? Let's go ahead and just ask real quick. Number one in the super chat, why do you fly a paramotor? What is the reason you're flying a paramotor? And then let's go ahead and talk about that now here on the panel. I'm flying a paramotor because when I first started flying a paramotor, it was the most zen thing I've ever done. When I took my first flight, the weight of the world was off my shoulders. PTSD and all the weird crap and the debts and all the stuff that happens to us here on Earth, it goes away. You don't even think about bills. You don't think about, what you owe, in credit card debt or anything like that. It goes away, man. It goes away. Everything just goes away. And you're like flying. It's like, this is the most wonderful thing in the world. Honest to God, man.
It's medication for the soul, honestly.
It is.
Honestly, for me, for being a disabled veteran myself, it's changed my life tremendously in so many ways. I couldn't name them, but meeting all these other cool pilots like you all here and at all the different fly-ins I've met, it's just opened up a network of people that I didn't know before, and now I'm available and they're available, and now we're friends. Most of us are all friends, and it's gave me the opportunity that if I want to go to Florida, I know a guy there. If I want to go to Miami, I might know a guy there. Or if I want to go to Canada, I know a guy there.
Canada's
sure
a great
do.
place, man.
We know a guy in Canada. I like that. So that's the reason why I fly. It's a fix that I need. It's a medication that nobody can prescribe. The doctor cannot prescribe this type of medication.
That's right.
And I can't live without it. And I want to share this experience with everybody, which is why I started teaching. That's why I started the nonprofit. Mostly the nonprofit to be able to help disabled vets, but I want everybody to get the best training possible, being safe and being able to come over here. You don't have to come over here. If money is an issue, seriously, guys, if money's an issue, call me or text me 501-747-3558. If money's an issue, but you need to fly, please get up with me. I don't want money to be an issue. I want people to be able to learn to fly. Seriously. Kyle, why do you want to learn to fly, buddy?
Well,
Actually, you're a pilot. You do fly. So why did you want to learn to fly?
well, I traveled to states. I scuba dived, and I thought, well, I've done that. Why not see what the air is like? And I did a tandem and fell absolutely in love with it, and determined. I said, that's what I want to do, and that's why I started doing paramotors.
Yeah, that's how I always try to meet when I talk to people. Even on my traveling back home from Georgia, like a guy stopped me. He's like, "Hey, I've seen those things. What are those?" And thought about buying one. And I was telling him, like, "Hey, you should probably get training." So it's always a talking point too to random people. And I always suggest them, "Hey, if you're worried about it or want to get curious about it, get a tandem. Go check out the USPPA website and hit up a school near you." It's always fun to release. And give people info about it when they ask me. It makes me feel a little special sometimes. So,
One
And
thing
also
I
too,
just like every, I'm just
on that note, remember that projectairtime.org, they take anybody up. So
awesome.
direct them to Project Airtime, and that's their nonprofit. They just take anybody up
Awesome.
to experience it.
Yeah, because people's asked me, like, could you take me up? I was like, I wish I could, but I'm not tandem exempt. I don't have a motor that could get us both in the sky. We'd be running till Mexico.
Now, one thing I noticed that people that I talk to about paramotors, first thing they say is, I'm afraid of heights. And I just don't think they understand that, I'm afraid of heights, but when I'm flying a paramotor, I don't have that feeling of being fearful of heights. It's a different experience. So
And I've
anybody
had the same.
yeah, so if anybody that wants to get in the air, but they're afraid of heights, don't let that bother you, because when you're in that paramotor, whether you're doing trike or you're learning foot launch by yourself, especially doing tandem, you don't have that sensation that you're really that high, but you see it, but just you don't get that fear factor. It's a really relaxing, and I would highly encourage anybody to at least do a tandem to try it.
Yeah, and I always say some people, I say, hey, doing paramotoring and facing some of my fears has actually made me learn about myself a little more and made me grateful that I faced my fears, and I've been challenging myself, and I suggested to other people, like, if you think it's a fear, go try it out. It's not as bad as you think, and it's really, you don't have to be anybody special to do this. You just got to go through the proper schools, get the proper training, and they can make this the safest sport as you want it to be. I mean, honestly, it's all about decision making once after you're trained. So just, I always suggest get training and then make your own decisions after there, and you can make this sport as safe as you want it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Scuba Steve, why'd you start to fly? What was the reason behind it? And what do you feel now when you're flying, since you are a pilot?
It's kind of like, I guess, especially with guys, we all have that dream of flying when we're young, to be Superman, throw a cape on. We would grab an umbrella and jump off a roof or something. But, it started off with little RC cars, and then I started getting RC planes. And then after that, I got a drone, and I was like, this drone has some beautiful footage, but I wish I could see that myself. I think flying for me is viewing the world from a whole different angle that we don't get to see ever. You live your whole life flat on the planet, or you're really high in an airplane, and paramotors can bring you down to where everything is in focus and you get to experience everything in a whole new way. And it's very relaxing. I agree with Sean. It's all your troubles go away once you get in the air. It's just like pure zen up there. And I enjoy it a lot. So that's what it is for me.
Absolutely. Jim, how about you, buddy?
Well, I'm cheap.
Oh, gee. There you go. I didn't want to buy an airplane, so I just went the next route down. I got a weed eater.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a funny way to start it.
So I looked into paragliding because I figured, hey, I should be able to get into the air pretty easily paragliding. And I wanted to find out about instructions. So I started watching YouTube, and I really fell in love with it, realized I could do it over here on this hill, and then or figured I probably could. And then I got thinking about it. After about a year and a half of investigating paragliding, I'm not close to any mountains, so it would be pretty tough. But I thought there's got to be a way to get into the air with a motor somehow with one of these things. So I said paragliding motor, and all of a sudden, I think Tucker Gut came up. And so then I learned about that, and it was inexpensive comparatively.
Comparatively, for the price of a license, private pilot license, which probably runs about, when all said and done, I would say $10,000 ish, right?
Oh, I've invested student loan now of 9,500, and I've gotten a grant for about the same. So you could imagine when I started training in 2021, and I've had several breaks since then, and some things got in the way of that. It was like 12,500, but then COVID happened, prices went up, everything got increased, and so I'm glad that my GI Bill is now helping me pay for it, because that's what's taken me this long to get this far, is because it's pricey as far as airplane training. And now that, for me, I got the GI Bill to use to help me complete that. And that's all I'm worried about anymore, was the funding. And so paramotoring, I found it around the same time I was trying to do airplanes, and found that I have an aircraft in my house in the corner. It's a corner piece in my house. I love it.
Yeah, and for the price of a paper that says I can fly an airplane, you can be a pilot, have your own equipment, and go out and fly anytime that you want to. And the cost of gas is so inexpensive comparatively to anything else. and maintenance, very, very inexpensive. So I agree with you. I'm cheap and I'm flying a paramotor. Kevin Houston, flying50.com. Why'd you start flying? And congratulations on your new rig, dude.
Well, thank you. I've looked into getting my pilot's license and stumbled upon this. I'm an adrenaline junkie as well. And this is, I guess, as far as the biggest adrenaline rush I think I've ever had. Being up in the air. And I'll throw this out there. I'll probably elaborate a little more later on, but it also keeps me sober. So it's it's a lot of fun. I love it.
Absolutely.
I
And
second that.
that's a really good point too. That's a really good point as far as, anxiety. It's hard for me to sleep. I take medication to sleep. I take medicine to wake me up. I take medicine for my heart. I take medicine for this, you know, um, waking up in tears, PTSD, and what's that with the mask? Sleep sleep apnea. I
Apnea.
mean, just all this crap. However, when I fly, that's all gone. I don't feel it. It's just I feel normal. There we go. That's the best thing I can
Yeah.
think of. I feel normal when I fly.
Yeah.
And to be able to say that, Kevin, and congratulations, being sober.
Congrats. Yeah.
If that keeps you being sober, then paramotors are awesome for you too. And I'm so happy that you're part of this, bud.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Gives you a reason to go fly because you want to be sober, and that's its own addiction in itself.
Yeah,
Just
it is. You're right.
being able to get up there and see the world from a different perspective. With your 3D movements, you can't do that on the ground. You can't.
Yeah.
10 days, man. 10 days.
Yep. I'll be retiring. So looking forward to that too. So hopefully I'll be up in the air a lot more. So
Awesome.
Yeah, I know your last 10 days wrapping up everything is probably more stress than you want to deal with. I know that, going from a job that you've had forever to closing that up and ending that is probably stressful too. So getting up in the air and detoxing is probably an awesome thing.
yeah, it is. It's all I've been a police officer for 25 years and that's all I know. So I'm 44 now. I started, I guess, at 20. And it's all I know. Only real job I've ever had. And it's time to get out. But I've had a good career. So
Well, I'm glad.
Right.
I'm glad that you're coming down this way.
Yep.
Will fly. I know that you've been flying, not only airplanes and you're on mute, you've been flying airplanes for a long time, and then you decided to do paramotors. So, does paramotoring do anything for you mentally or anything like that?
Well, I mean, everyone's pretty much said it. It's therapy. It's all of the above, I mean, it's the only time when I'm flying, it's the only time that I feel 100% okay. Just 100% okay. Nothing else matters, And of course, it could be the high dose of morphine. I don't know, but I suspect it's the flying that's doing it. So when people say that flying is therapy to them, they're not just being coy. It really is therapeutic to be up there. And you know how you can prove it is when you fly and then you go a long time not flying and compare yourself before and after. You're a better, like Woody's gamer tag. Isn't that it? Woody's gamer tag. I could never get that right. Anyways,
Yeah.
Woody would always say, he said, I'm a better husband, I'm a better parent, I'm a better pet owner. I mean, it's all of those things,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's definitely hard to put a frown on your face after you get done with the flight. I mean, on my way back from Bad Apples, I had the smiles and waves and people looking at my gear in the truck, and I was like, yeah.
and that's
sweet.
a good point. You can compare yourself to how you feel before you fly to how you feel after you fly. Like
Oh yeah.
an hour can make a big difference. Yeah.
It does. It does. 100%. I agree. It is therapy. And very interesting too that my wife says it's time for you to go fly, dude. I know
Yeah,
that
I mean, it's like getting a fix. I know once after I've flown, I feel so much better. I don't know. I'm like for a while until you start fiending to go fly again, then you got to go do it again.
Look at me. I'm still talking about, it's been what, I'm going to go on my third tandem in a couple weeks. And I'm still talking about the first one because that made the biggest impact on my life ever. It is life changing. And I'm going to tell everybody out there, it is life changing. Everybody experiences it different when you go up there. And I know when I got up in the air, my emotions were like everywhere. And I was just yelling and screaming. And poor Eric Lear, I had the headsets on and I'm sure he was trying to talk to me and I didn't hear nothing because I was so busy yelling up there and everybody could hear me on the ground. As I was going up in the air, I started yelling, I did it, and I'm all crying and stuff. And I was so proud of myself. And it wasn't like, I sat there, all thinking on the way there, oh, I'm going to go up in the air. I really didn't know if I was going to or not, but everybody was so good all year long, just trying to talk me into it and say, you need to get up in the air. And so before I knew it, I was sitting in the seat and yeah, Eric and Jade got me up in the air and God bless them. And, Kevin, yeah, I've been sober almost 2 years now. And I tell you what, life is so much better. And I'm just enjoying, and then just going up in the air, it's very therapeutic. And I went up again last year and we had to do some touch and goes. I got a little braver, and so I'm looking forward to going back and getting up there again. And it is something like Michael said, it was what I say, totally jumping on my comfort zone, right? And at the time I was going through a lot of life changing. I had just moved back with family and everything else. So there was a lot going on inside and all that stuff. And when I got up in the air, I was like, when we came down, everybody was crying and laughing and it was something to experience I'll never forget. And I just encourage anybody out there, just do it. Just do it. Heck, look at me. I'm 69 years old and I'm still like, you talk tandems. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm there. And, some of my friends think I'm crazy, but
what I think is neat is that, you got your first tandem and then you waited a year for your next one, waited a year for the next one.
yeah.
You got a year in between flying. I go a month and I'm like,
Oh
I
yeah.
can't imagine a year.
But it's so cool because I carry each experience with me every time I go up, when I come back or whatever, for the next year. And it only made sense to do it because, look at, I hang with all the para peeps, every Monday and everything. And I would hear people talking about, getting up in the air and all this stuff. And so I wanted to see what it was all about. And I am so glad I did. So glad I did. I was able to get up in the air again last year and my dad passed away a year ago last year. So when I got up in the air, it was really emotional for me. I said hello to him up there and, because he always loved the water and everything. And so, yeah, I just do it, get on that tandem and just, even if you do it just once, it'll change your life. Because like I said, it changed mine and I love y'all. I do.
Yeah.
And we love you too, Linda. You're awesome, and we definitely couldn't do this without you. Was there anybody else in the super chat that said anything about why they fly paramotors? I wasn't able to go over there and look.
And also people like tell me, oh, Mike, you got big cojones. And I'm like, you don't need big cojones to do this, man. You just need to experience it. And like I said, I get sometimes if I talk to people, sometimes I get emotional about my first experiences, and
Sure.
and every time I go up, it's benefited me greatly in so many ways, and all the ways we've all mentioned, plus many more that's hard to explain.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're thinking about doing it, go do it. I want to get everyone in my family to do it, just so they can get the experience. And yeah, I'm gonna try to this year try to see if I can get grandma up there.
There you
We'll
go.
see.
There you go.
Yeah.
DP did say he's flying to prove his life wasn't over after losing his leg.
There you go. That's right. That's
That is
right.
awesome.
Yeah. My son, even my son Ryan and his girlfriend, when we were at Torch last year, they went up in the air. And it's not something they made me necessarily want to do again, but they did it. And so it was kind of a cool experience for all of us. So I know I'll have Bonnie and Brian there at Torch, and she's going to be my video photographer and all that stuff. So she's going to be following me around. She'll be my paparazzi, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, seeing everybody, and like I said, getting up in the air again. I believe Justin Fox and Alexis they're gonna be there, and I'm pretty sure they're getting me up in the air. So I'm super stoked, if you know what I'm saying. So I
Absolutely.
just tell you,
So Kramer
everybody.
and Bill H and Kramer both said that it keeps them sober.
Yep. Yep.
And right after that, John Wayne said the carb stuff, I forgot what he said, but is going to drive him to drink. So
Yeah. Sober
the
life's
wall-
the best. I'm
Yeah, it's
telling
the
you.
Marlboro.
You just have to decide to do it, and everybody's different, and you do it for you.
Now
all
carb
that.
is in like food, or carb is in the carburetor.
carburetor, I think that's what he's talking about.
Okay.
Tuning carburetors are going to drive him to start drinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when I first did mine, I killed the throttle would die every time when I rebuilt it the first time, and I just needed a little insight and adjusted the low jet. So adjust your low jet if you do a rebuild. If you have an issue starting, that's just a tip that I didn't know until it happened. So that's just putting it out there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I forgot,
sometimes
like,
too when you put the not the washers, but what am I thinking? The I'm tired.
Diaphragm.
Not the
Diaphragm.
diaphragm.
Jets.
If I should have thought about this before I said anything, but sometimes you can put it on backwards and you're blocking a hole.
Oh, your gaskets.
Gasket, that big word. Yes, yes.
Gaskets.
See, Grandpa needs to go to bed. Grandpa's tired. Can't even say gasket. I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
you
holding a
eat-
gasket.
Yeah, sometimes you got to make sure you line up the holes right, and then if
Yep.
it goes on wrong, yep. Yeah.
That's true. Well, it is almost 9 o'clock, and I think that we lost Will Fly. So,
I thought he was talking about the reed valves. Okay, yeah, I got you.
so
Hey, I gotta say, can I say something real quick? And I
Yeah.
have to say too that my son Robert Michaels, he was a big influencer, about for me getting up in the air too. So, and that's how we decided Paramount was a good name for me and all that. But just the real quick, just the support that we get from each other, it's amazing. And how, like tonight, we're all sharing our experiences and why we, decide to fly or just do a tandem, like I did or whatever, and get up in the air and experience it. And it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool sport. And yeah, I just have to give a shout out to Northern Lights Paramotor LLC. They got me up in the air the last 2 years, and I'm so blessed to have them in my life. And I'm looking forward to more. I already told Eric once he gets his pilot license next year, if they head over to Torch, I want to go up in the airplane. I want to try that next. Why not, right? I've never
exactly.
been in those little airplanes before, so I think it'd be kind of cool. But
Absolutely.
anyway.
And Will Fly had to go. So
Okay.
Catch you later, Will Fly. Thank you for
He had to
everything.
come back on to say, make sure to tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, what's tomorrow night?
That's it. Tomorrow night, don't miss it, 8 p.m. Go to ppgshane.com, 8 p.m. Eastern for YouTube. It's going to be Tuesday night hangout. We're going to have a special guest with the initials. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but the initials are DP. So come on, hang out with us. And
Yay!
it'll be a good show. If you live in the Southeast, join our Facebook page on, Facebook. It's called Southeast Paramotor. And if you'd like to check out my videos, you can go to willflyppg.com. Y'all have a great night. Great
Be
show.
there or be
It will.
square.
Well,
Good night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
As soon as
guys.
my final's
Thank you
done,
so
I'll try to
much.
join up. I got a
All right.
final tomorrow.
All
Later,
right.
Will. Nice to
Good
meet you, buddy.
Bye, Will.
All right, guys. Well, it was really
All
awesome.
right.
We have the link down below. Share that with any disabled veterans. Thank you, everybody that has helped, donated, and helped support the show. I cannot wait to be able to train more and more veterans. And we will see you next week.
We got
Monday.
Pierce Osborne is going to be our
Mhm.
guest next week. So I'm super looking forward to that. I'm going to catch up with him the next couple days just to remind him and all that stuff. So he's pretty excited about next Monday. So that's it.
Excellent. All right. Anything before we go?
Thanks, Michael, for joining us. We appreciate you. Come back.
Catch y'all in the air. I'm gonna be gone.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was nice to see you guys again and get on. Thanks. I appreciate it all. And you guys have a good night and fly safe and enjoy your flying, Scuba.
I'm gonna try, man. Long as the weather holds
Yeah.
out for us, I'm gonna be up there.
Lots of videos.
I'm even gonna go try to live. Wait, I'm even gonna try to go live on Facebook. I'm gonna see how it works.
Awesome. Awesome.
Woo.
Be waiting
Love you,
for
Munchkin. I'll see you Friday, Munchkin.
Woohoo.
Yeah,
And,
she's in there somewhere.
and Jim
I
from
know, I missed
Canada.
her on Friday. I missed her.
And Jim from Canada, over at carepp.com. Thank you very much for helping us support what we do with the calendars, stickers, and everything. So big shout out to Jim from Canada. Check out carepp.com if you want a calendar, or watch his shenanigans over at careppg.com. If you want 10% off of anything over there, just mention the show or PPG Grandpa and he will hook you up. Thank you so much, Jim. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. So, oh, Jim, and don't forget, if you want a commercial that runs all the time, send me a commercial. Just like Lone Stars runs before the show all week long.
oh,
Let me know and I'll put that commercial on too.
okay, cool.
Hey.
Cool.
We'll see you tomorrow over at PPG Shane, and we'll see you next week. Oh, and also on Monday, I'm sorry, Wednesday, Jade is still doing her show.
She
Yeah.
does it like
Yeah.
every other week. This might be the week that she's off, and then I think she does the week after, I think.
Okay. Because I've been trying to go over there, but when I do, it doesn't show anything. So I
Yeah.
guess I'm catching her at the wrong time.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
need to catch her too. I've been meaning to get on her show. She's offered me many times, and I'm like, I so want to come. I've just been busy with school.
Yeah.
And Steve and your show on Friday.
On Friday, this Friday I'll be able to fly in, so I don't know how that's going to work out. Not
Try
unless I got
it
internet.
on
Go
your
live.
phone.
Go
Try it on
live,
your
bro.
phone. Yeah, try it on your phone, live to YouTube.
Oh, I'm not going to be. I usually do a 2-hour show. I'm not doing 2 hours on my phone. That's not happening.
Do a short special.
There
Yeah,
you go. A
short
short
special.
special. That's
Short
it.
special from 50,000 feet. There you go.
Okay.
You'll pass out, bro.
Not at 8 o'clock at night. I'm not doing that.
All right. Y'all have a good one. Thank you again so much. Send that link out. Let
Thank you,
people know
chatters.
that we train
No.
disabled vets, and we'll see you next week here. Be here or be square, right? Square.
Thank you, Parrot Chatters. Appreciate ya. Much love.
Bye, everybody.
And